This year, over 9 million acres have burned in the West. It's a new record for catastrophic fires. Now, this year, most of the damage has been in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Northern California. You heard the gentleman from Northern California earlier talk about the number of houses that have been destroyed, the lives that have been disrupted, and the wildlife that has been destroyed, the habitat that's been destroyed, the effects on people and ungulates and fish and resources. It's irresponsible. We have a stewardship obligation for these lands. We know how to manage these lands. This doesn't need to be happening. Representative Westerman is a professional forester and an engineer. He has spent his career studying the science of doing this right. I have a photograph here of an example of how to do this right. He showed us some earlier from his state of Arkansas. I want to show you how his methodology works in the Black Hills that straddle the border between South Dakota and Wyoming. You can't see this terribly clearly, but if you look at this vibrant green in the middle and compare it to the browns and yellows that you see down here, Black Hills National Forest, that's been thinned, that's been forested, that has been conservation logged. So it has created sunlight in places that were clogged and choked from sunlight. It has created healthy underbrush as opposed to a clogged underbrush that burns. It has allowed wildlife to graze. It allows snow to be stored and held longer in the forest into the spring and very early summer before it melts and goes downstream, thereby preventing flooding downstream. It's a natural hedge against flooding. We know all this. All we have to do is pass and implement Representative Westerman's bill, and we can start preventing this. I mean, the day to save a tree is yesterday. But this summer, because we've ignored this problem for so long, we let 9 million more acres go up in smoke in the West. To ignore science, to ignore management practices, and to allow this to continue is abominable. This man has the answer. The House passed it. I urge the Senate to take it up, and I thank the gentleman from Arkansas for his thoughtful contribution to the Congress of the United States by serving here. Thank you. I yield back.